Christy.
Hello.
Hello. This is so cool. I'm so glad you agreed to do this with us today.
I'm glad I did too.
Let us know when you're...
Move that microphone a little closer to you. Give me a little tester. Hello, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, 1, 2, 3.
Is that your distance?
Yeah, just wherever you can.
I'll be right here.
One more time. Hello, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, we're fine. Hello, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, 1, 2, 3. Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, 1, 2, 3.
There we go. All right. Don't worry about flubs or anything. If you want to restate something, go right ahead. Just give me a pause, look at me, and I say that again, and we'll pick up from there.
Okay.
You can do that, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Drink water, whatever you need to do. So this is, the beautiful part about this is that it's recorded ahead of time, so everything can be made to sound wonderful. You want Kathleen Turner, right? Or do you want Lauren McCall?
I'll stick with my voice, thank you.
I love that. Go, Christy. Go, Christy. Woo! The Christy Rance Experience. All right.
We're recording.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Do I need to hit that?
I already did, I think. Look at it and see.
How do I know?
Yeah, it's going. I can even see it. Hey, this is...
Wait.
Okay. This is how crazy
How
it
do
is.
I know? I'm
Okay, now.
Hey, this is Susan, and this is the Offbeat Business Show. How you doing today? I am so thrilled to have Christy Raines with me today, and we're going to be talking about some things in business that we may be taking for granted. I think a lot of us are trying to do everything. What do you think, Christy?
I definitely agree.
Yeah, we're trying to do too darn much, and we think we're doing that in the effort of saving money.
That is correct. But so many times it is quite the opposite.
It really is. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today, about what you really need to consider when it comes to saving money and using your time wisely, because time is money, right?
That's right.
But we're also going to be talking a little bit. Let's talk about your business, Christy. Can you tell me, tell our audience the name of your business and where we can find you?
That'd be great. It is Alpha Omega Consulting and Bookkeeping. We're located in Frisco in the Dallas area. You can find us on the web at aobookkeeping.com or sensiblebusinessowner.com.
Love the name of that, Sensible Business Owner, and that's your blog. You've got a lot of really handy, helpful things that you're using in your blog. I love that. I love that. We need to know how to look at our numbers.
That's correct. Yes. The blog was created because so many businesses all have the same issues.
Really?
And it's to tackle those issues one at a time. And then I use it as a resource for a new client when they have that issue. Here, here's the answer to your problem.
Yeah.
We need to dig deep, and it's, a very common issue.
Wonderful. I think that's so wise. I do a lot of content instruction, and that I love that you're looking at it that way, because that's just it. Answer those common questions. If you will answer those things with your blog, you're going to get a lot more out of it. You're going to really, I always say there's two different types of customers out there, and you're going to be attracting your ideal customer, the person that cares about the fact that you know what you're talking about, if you'll share that information on your blog on a regular basis. So, Christy, you mentioned that there's several of the same types of things people are dealing with. What would you say off the top of your head are the first couple things that are regular issues that you see?
Well, one of the big ones is not realizing the importance of regular bookkeeping, regular financial statements, just not keeping track on a regular basis of your expenses, your income, and trying to do everything yourself when you're not an expert in that area.
It's true. I come from a long line of business owners that have been associated, and we were talking earlier, and that's something we had in common. You've got a family of the same way. Everybody you know has been in business for you, so you know these things to the core. But still, we try to do it all ourselves. And I know I'm so grateful to know you, because this is not an area I want to deal with. That takes up valuable time that I need to be really addressing the needs of my customer. And if I spend that kind of time in my own business over something that's not a strength for me, Now, if it was a strength for me, maybe that would be a little different story. But I think for the vast majority of us, it's not our strength.
Right.
So that's pretty, and it's very eye-opening. You were talking about some of the things that people don't realize. And by using a professional who's well-versed in this, who understands this line of work, that often eyeballs get opened and they start to look at their business in a different way. Talk about some of that.
Some of the things that a lot of business owners don't realize is that there are a lot of different compliance laws in various areas. So let's say sales tax, for instance.
Yeah.
There are a lot of compliance laws, and not everyone understands them. But yet they try to do their sales tax filings and all that on their own. And so then in the end, if they get that dreaded audit, they owe back taxes, they owe fees, penalties. And I've had that happen to people who come to me and, so you can close your doors. If you owe $80,000 for a small business, you can close your doors down. Another area is misclassifying your personnel. So are they contractors or are they employees?
Huge.
It
Huge
is
in the
very
state of Texas.
huge, and so many business owners want to say they're contractors, but if someone is sitting in your office and you're telling them what to do, they're not a contractor. So you might be not paying the different taxes, employee taxes throughout the year, but you actually should be.
So tell me if this still rings true, because the way I used to know that was that if you got any one source of your revenue, if 80% of your revenue came from one source, that was a disqualifier, that you could not be considered
A
contract.
contractor.
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 or 4 different areas that the IRS looks at.
Okay.
Okay, so one of them is, as a business owner, do you
Mhm.
completely control that person's job? Do you tell them what to do? Do you provide all the tools, equipment, materials? You provide all of the work that they're doing? And do they have any type of a personal interest where they could have a business loss on their end? Okay, so if it's no to all of those, or yes to all of those, then, they're an employee.
Okay.
But if it's someone who, say you're hiring an individual, but they have a company. Okay, so like say for instance me, you're hiring someone who actually is working under a company. So then that would be an independent contractor, really a vendor. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have to kind of really think about how you're hiring them. You have a contract, and the contract doesn't actually mean they're an independent contractor, even if it states it in there, you still have to go by all the various IRS rules.
So it would be safe to say that if the performance reflects on a business,
Mhm.
that it is that business's responsibility to be paying as an employee, not a contractor.
Correct.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. So I'll tell you what, a big relief comes off of my head when I know that I've got somebody I can count on to take care of my numbers, to advise me in an area of my business so that I can really take off and focus completely on the customers and clients that I want to serve. There are issues that I need to be able to address, and it's a time-consuming thing. Speaking of time, in your experience, when someone comes to you, and they've been trying to do this themselves, how much time a week are they spending in this area if they're competent?
Well, if they're even doing it, if they're actually attacking it,
Mhm.
they're spending countless hours.
Okay.
Because they don't really know what they're supposed to be gathering, what do they need to be doing. Sometimes they're just using Excel or writing it down on a piece of paper. That's not a good use of your time.
Even if they're using good programs, though, it can be.
It can still be, right.
Exactly. So
right.
somebody that's doing this on a regular basis, who knows how to do it, is going to be much faster
Absolutely.
for them to go in and do it with some experience and expertise in that area. Christi, when we come back, we're going to continue talking about some of these issues our local businesses are dealing with and how we really can help them focus on the end of the year, because
Absolutely.
this is an important time for us to be really, really wise. And what if all the business that we want comes in, right?
Right.
We need to be thinking like that. If it all comes in and everything happened the way you wanted it to, the way you've been hoping for it to, and we're not prepared, then what? Whoa, these are the times when it can hit you. I mean, I want you to have an enjoyable holiday season, and I just want you to be thinking about using a bookkeeping service, and I definitely definitely have been enjoying everything Christy's been teaching me, and everything that she's willing to say, you know what, Susan? I got that. That's tremendously, tremendously helpful. So we'll be back with you in just a few.
Okay.
Oh
Good.
my gosh, I've been dying to cough.
You okay,
I
kid?
was choking it down. I was like, I can't get up, leave.
Yeah, you could.
Hey,
Yeah, you could. You could.
can I get you to press the red button?
Sure.